So going to the elimination round, I'm sitting in P3 with Stephen Church just right on my heels in P4, and then there's about a half a second gap to the number 5 boat. So I'm feeling a little bit comfortable with that. Tina and Cole, they're sitting in P7. They're about 9/10 behind us, so they know they got to go hard now in the 8 cut. And here she goes on that run.
.116. I'm going to go back and that was her fastest run today.
All right, here we go to the 8 cut. Nicole just laid a 41.16. Really clean run. Boat sounded good. Cleetus just ran a 41 in his 8 cut run. So both boats are doing really, really good. Nicole's coming in right about now. And we got to jump in, jump out. So not much time to talk, but here we go. We got to fight to get in the 4 cut. Here it goes.
So the way the eliminations work is they start with the 8 boat first. So Rudy went out and ran a 42.9. Nicole ran a 41.1. By that time, I'm strapping myself into the boat, getting ready to go out on my run. Stephen Church is on the boat ramp right next to me, and he goes out and hits the bank and DNF. So he is my closest threat. So I'm feeling a little bit too comfortable that I'm just going to try to kind of beat Nicole's time. I absolutely positively was not aware that Kelly Stevenson and Darren Swindoll went out and ran their fastest runs of the day with a 40.2 and a 40.4. That was my mistake for not realizing that and not having that information. I went aggressively conservative, if you will. I didn't want to wreck. It wasn't worth the risk in my mind, but looking at their times, obviously, I had no choice but to go all out because that's about what my boat had in it. No discredit to them. They ran their fastest runs of the day. They kicked some butt. I got caught sleeping at the wheel almost, and I'm going to make sure that that doesn't happen in the future. So that ends our day. Nicole and I are both done. I finished P5, and Nicole finished P6. And then we had to sit on the beach and watch the rest of the 4 boats go out and see how that played out. But we're going to switch things up. We're going to talk about Cleetus. 3 things that I learned about him over these last 2 races. So let's talk about that. So that right there was Cleetus's final run of the day, where he took the win, and you all have probably seen his checkered flag run and spicy spent swan dive. Legendary, truly legendary. But I wanted to take this time in this video to talk about the 3 things. I'll just focus on 3 things that I learned about Garrett Mitchell in racing with him these last 2 races at Port Angeles. I will start with the first one. It's obvious. Look at him running around with a checkered flag. The man can drive. So that's the number 1 thing. He is a talented and skilled driver. He races everything. He does drifting. He does drag cars. He does the stadium trucks. He does sprint boats now. So obviously, he is a talented driver, and I could see right away with the lines that he takes and the way that he manages the energy of the boat. He doesn't fling it around and lose all his speed in the corners like some people do. He manages that energy, and he carries his speed through the corners extremely well, especially for being his only second time in one of these sprint boats. So that's the number 1 thing. The man can drive a sprint boat. The second thing I will say about him is he is a savage competitor. He is ruthless, and I love that. He did not fly all the way up from Tampa to get 2nd or 3rd place. He flew up here to get the victory, and that's exactly what he did. He was getting taunted by another crew member from another boat, and he very calmly and very politely just said, okay, I got it. And he went out, and as he put in his own words, he crushed the guy's soul by just destroying it. And I love that. He's a competitor, but he's also a gentleman and extremely nice and respectful towards everybody else. So number 1, he's a talented and gifted driver. Number 2, he's a hardcore competitor. And the number 3 thing that I would say about him is he is just like you and I. If you are a racer of any sort, as I am and my whole team is, Garrett is a racer through and through, and the fact that he gets his hands dirty, that's the very first thing that I noticed about him when he came up to Washington State, is he jumped in that boat and he took it over. He wanted to set the gas pedal, he wanted to make sure the steering was right. He's a hands-on kind of a guy. And like all these little clips that I'm showing, he's sitting there setting the timing, working with Dustin here on his tune, on his twin turbo. He helped the guy with the LS boat, Scott Rapp, and his LS boat set that tune, and he is absolutely positively hands-on. He gets he jumps in and just goes for it, and I totally respect that about him. It was an absolute pleasure, and you never know. I don't know. I didn't know what to expect with him coming up here. You know, you get some kind of celebrities that just that, I don't know, they kind of want to be pampered or whatever. That is not Garrett. Garrett jumps in and he becomes part of the team, part of the crew, and part of the sport. And I absolutely respected and that about him. And that's why he is welcome to come race with us anytime he wants. Like, if we have a boat, he is welcome to come join us. So an absolute, for the summer, just wrapping it up, he was an absolute pleasure to host. He kicks a major butt, and we are absolutely honored to have him be a part of the Jolly Rogers Racing team, and we hope to see him back very, very soon. Thanks for watching. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, tell all your friends how awesome the channel is, blah, 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 all that kind of stuff. But anyway, we're going to sign out and work on our next video. Thanks for watching.
I'm going to give half this to the owner of the boat and the other half for a down payment on our new boat. Yeah! Thank you guys. We are super excited. Thank you for all of you for being so welcoming. We'll be back next season. We're hoping to run the whole season.